So this was a video I didn't think I was going to have to make, but apparently there's still some people living in this crazy world who live under a goddamn rock. A few weeks ago, I saw someone say that one championship was the biggest MMA organization in the world. What? I've eaten hamburgers that know that the UFC is the biggest MMA organization in the world, and they have been for 31 years. Sure, there's other great promotions out there in the world, but any fighter, up and coming, or a veteran fighter, they want to be in the UFC. That's not taken away from the talent of these other promotions in the world, but if you're a fighter, you want to be in the UFC and you want to be UFC world champion because that means you've made it. If you're a basketball player and you play in the G League, you want to play in the NBA. If you're a football player and you play in the CFL or the XFL, you want to play in the NFL. You always want to get to the biggest promotion in the world. Sure, there's been other fighters out there that have made a name for themselves outside of the UFC. There's been legends that have made their names outside of the UFC, but still, you want to make it to the biggest promotion, and that is the UFC. So I'm sorry for you hardcore fans out there, but I got to do this for the ultimate casuals in the world. Let's do a quick rundown of the biggest MMA promotions in the world. Number one, obviously UFC. I don't have to explain. Number two, PFL. Number three, Bellator. You could easily flip-flop PFL or Bellator, but until PFL fully buys Bellator, I got PFL at number two and Bellator at number three. And then number four is One Championship, mainly because they're the UFC of Asia. And when they come to America, they just don't get the same pop and respect as the UFC does when they go anywhere in the entire country. But still, I had to do it. I'm sorry. For you casuals out there, hopefully this is a better understanding. And for the hardcores, I'm so sorry, but don't have a podcast, don't have a radio show, and not know your stuff.